So I know a lot of people are struggling with formations and custom tactics in FC24, and today I want to provide you with some more custom tactics, formation and instructions that can help you get better at the game. I'm going to explain them in a bit of detail to help you out, guys. So let's get into it. If you need cheap, fast and reliable FC24 coins, make sure to go to MMOEXP.com and use my code VIPER to get 5% off your order. So guys, first of all, the number one thing for any formation and for anything on this game is make sure your centre-backs have anticipate at least the silver version, as we've got a Virgil and a Mape Leon here. Very, very, very crucial that you have that, guys. And today's formation is going to be a 4-3-2-1. So guys, as we get into the instructions, you can see here that we've got Rodrigo up front. We've got Son and Hansen either side of him. Striker is not ideal for this formation. The main reason Rodrigo is up front here is because he's got the first touch playstyle plus. And that's really, really good for receiving the ball into feet and being able to turn on the first touch, of course, which makes sense. And it's actually quite valuable in the striker position. He's not ideal there. You want someone with a bit more of a physical presence there. But Rodrigo still works okay for me. Stay central, stay forward on him. Our right forward, or right centre forward, I suppose, is Caroline Graham-Hansen. And she is on getting behind and stay forward. She is the very, very aggressive one in terms of the two centre forwards here. And we like to have her kind of breaking a line there on the getting behind and stay forward, because she's so good at hitting the Travellas, using the technical abilities that she's got with the playstyle as well, and the 5-star skills, and really, really good passing to set up the left centre forward, which is Heung-min Son. And the reason I don't have him on stay forward, make sure you're paying attention here, is because you want him a little bit deeper, because of course he's got the finesse shot plus trait, so about from 30 yards out, I'm looking for him to bang the finesse shot every single time. So having him a little bit deeper means that he can pick up the ball a little bit deeper, drive into space with the play styles he's got other than the finesse shot as well. I believe he has rapid or quick step, which is really good for sprint boosting into direct spaces. And that is why I like to have him on entire default instructions. And it works really, really well. You've got your two kind of strikers in Rodrigo and Caroline Graham-Hansen. And Son is kind of given a bit more of a free roam role over that left-hand side to be able to utilise crossing. And, of course, as I've already said, the finesse shot. So if you have Salah, for example, and you have someone like Hansen, I don't know how you do that, but I'm just trying to think of an example. Like Vinicius Jr. and Salah, make sure you put Salah on the right-hand side and then Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side, of course, and play it in that same regard. Of course, it just depends on the way you're playing and what players you've got in what positions. So Son, for me, on the left-hand side, really, really good to kind of drift into that space. He's got the entire left-hand flank to deal with, and he can do lots of juicy stuff there. He's not just a finesse merchant, is what I'm trying to say, really. CDM. Now, I know it's not an actual CDM, but Jude Bellingham is playing that role here. Bit crazy, but I don't think his play styles are very good to go any further forward. So he's on stay back while attacking and cover centre. Valverde, who is our absolute box-to-box, is on default instructions everywhere. And then Kevin De Bruyne, flashback, is on get forward only. And the reason De Bruyne is on get forward is to kind of create that 4 in attack. Sometimes you get the 5, sometimes you get the 6 with Jude if he ever wants to join in. If you've got someone that's like really box-to-box in this role, you can put them on balance, and I would argue that Jude is very, very box-to-box. But it's very, very crucial, in my opinion, guys, that you have your middle centre mid in this formation on stay back while attacking. And of course, guys, the thing with De Bruyne is he's got incisive pass, he's got long ball, he's got ping pass, he's got Travella. So from that right-hand side, being able to kind of get to the 30-yard kind of area and then look for the Travella is incredible. That is why we've got him there. John Arisa and also Marcus Llorente both on stay back while attacking. There is a bit more to the fullbacks I will explain shortly. So guys, that is us covered with the instructions. Now we're going to move on to the custom tactics. Pressure on heavy touch. This formation is really aggressive already. That if you go and press after possession loss, you are going to get destroyed through the centre of the park and also down the flanks. Now this formation is very, very narrow. You have to have good fullbacks, strong fullbacks that are lengthy, that have the ability to deal with the constant wingspan on this game, and you're going to get it a lot against you in this formation. Pressure on heavy touch is just good. There is a lot of heavy touches on this game. It's not too aggressive to where you're going to get absolutely destroyed on the break, but it's enough to kind of give you that good press when need be. 50 width is an absolute must. Don't go higher, don't go lower. Flanks, you know what it's like. If you drop this low, say goodbye, man. If you come up against a good player, you're going to absolutely done down the wings. And if you drop it, or if you put it up too high, if you come up against a 4-3-2-1, even though it's quite wide anyway in the kind of attacking areas, it's so easy to play down the middle. So 50 is perfect here. 71 depth, I'm not going to go over it. Make sure you're playing this. Really good for counter-pressing people that are also using this. You have to play that. Fast build-up for me is absolutely incredible for counter-attacks. And forward runs is really good as well for something I'm going to explain shortly. And of course, it's good because you've got that three in the midfield, not in the midfield, well, yeah, you do in the midfield, but the three in attack that are constantly making runs forward. It's really good in tandem with fast build-up because you're getting constant breakaways, constant counter-attacks. Works really well together, guys. 45 width as well is kind of up to you. You can go to 50, you can go to 55. It just kind of depends on your preference, honestly, guys. It's for me, because I look at the 4-3-2-1 as quite a narrow formation, I think 45 width for me works an absolute treat, as I'm used to playing diamond formations and very narrow formations. They don't work as well this year. You know, I used to be a lover of the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. You can't play that too comfortably this year, so I've moved into the 4-3-2-1, which I never really was a fan of, but I am this year, and the width lower. Essentially, if you like narrow formations, drop this to 45 or maybe 40, and you will get on very nicely with that. Players in the box is 6. I've always had it on 6. I think it's very, very good. Lots of options in the box there for you, and a few on the edge for the Travellas and finesse shots. Corners and free kicks, entirely up to you. I like to have it on 3 at the moment. Lots of options in the box. You also get the opportunity to go short and look for the player on the edge, and you can also do the Travella from the player who comes short as well. I did say I wanted to talk about one more thing, guys, and that is the fullbacks. Usually in game, if it's a tight game, I probably won't. If there's a game that I'm dominating and I can't get a goal, these will go on to join the attack and essentially overlap, but not exactly. So they're not going to go on to join the attack from the instruction menu. All you're going to want to do, and please make sure you do this, is you press up on the D-pad, you press left and right on the D-pad, and that will give you attacking fullbacks, and it will also make them hug the sideline. So they are sitting exactly where they are here, going up and down the pitch. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing, because they're so wide. They give you the width in the team, and you know, if you can have players that are good at shooting here and good at passing, it is incredibly good, and essentially creates like a, you know, if Valverde's coming forward and De Bruyne's coming forward, you've got all of the attackers. That's 5 in attack, and then 7 from the fullbacks as well, if you can get them on good shooting, guys. So I really recommend playing this. It's very, very aggressive. Essentially, if you do play with the fullbacks on attacking, you're going to just have your middle centre mid and your 2 centre halves back. And it's very, very aggressive. Just make sure, guys, you have anticipate on your 2 centre halves. If you can get it on your CDM or / centre mid here, incredible. It's a great formation, this, guys. So it's really, really aggressive. But I promise you, it is absolutely brilliant. So go and give it a try. Let me know what you think to it. Guys, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell so you don't miss the video. But guys, it's going to be it for me for now. So take care.